is that? Huh. Hey garden friends, welcome back to Not Quite Homesteading, ESK Garden. Thank you for joining me on another gardening adventure today. We're going to be in the garden harvesting some things that I really want to pull out and some things that I think are were not well pollinated but can be harvested at this particular stage. So I wanted to bring you guys along for that really quickly, and so you can kind of see what's happening in the garden. If you're a new friend visiting the channel for the first time, welcome. My name is Ebony. I hope that you'll stay a while. If you're a gardening enthusiast, if you love a good gardening journey, or if you're gardening yourself looking for community support, definitely join the family. Leave a comment down below. Let's engage and have some fun around this gardening thing. I can't even get to the damn thing. Yeah. What the hell is that? Yeah, I don't know what this like red sack is on my arm here. I mean on my finger, but that looks kind of icky. But anywho, so we have some gray zucchinis that really didn't get pollinated because they don't have male flowers to them, and I haven't really been seeing very many bees. I think I've seen a bee for the first time in a while yesterday, and I have one out here right now, but we don't have male pollinators on the plants. I'm still going to utilize this, but this is kind of what happens when your zucchini doesn't get pollinated. Oh! And that was the bee, y'all. Scared the crap out of me just now. So these plants have been flowering like crazy, but no male flowers have come up. So I have another one that I think I'm just gonna pull. It does look like it might have gotten pollinated, but I'm not really sure. But I'm hoping, yep, I'm hoping that this will trigger like the plant to set off its male pollinators, because I'm going to be pulling the females quite a bit. And then I have a couple more in here that are actually flowering or preparing to flower. So I'm hoping that the bee will be around pollinating some of these things. These actually might have been pollinated already or were open yesterday. But you can see that this one over here is about to flower. So I'm hoping that when it does, the bee can actually get to it. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest some of these snap peas, and I'm like kind of in a place where these peas are, some of them are dying, and then some of the tomato plants are kind of like showing signs of, you know, what do you call it, like tomato like wilt. I don't know if it's the fusarium wilt or tobacco mosaic virus, but I don't know if it's because they're intertwined, if it's just because of the weather at this point, the amount of humidity. But I'm hoping that, you know, these tomatoes will start to like ripen up soon, because again, probably in like the next like month or so, month or two, we're gonna have to start looking at pulling some of these plants, because it's just too humid here to really ward off disease for very long. so you can see like all the black spots on the tomato. I don't know what that is, but I will tell y'all, this was not as good an idea as I thought it was gonna be. So I would never suggest doing this, like, you know, putting the peas behind the tomatoes, even though, you know, I did what I had to because I needed like a trellising option, and this was kind of what we had going at the time. I'm hoping all of these are ready that I'm picking. I'm not getting a ton of peas off these plants just yet, but you know, handful here and there, which I think is fine for snap peas because these are really best eaten like fresh or just, you know, at the end of a stir fry. I'm not stir frying things like that. I would rather eat them fresh, and the last two that I've picked, I've just kind of eaten them fresh, like straight off the vine. So, you know, I don't need an overabundance of these. If you know how they freeze and you've frozen snap peas before, let me know. The snow peas to me did fine. I froze them. I know there are differing opinions about that, but I feel like for some reason these won't freeze as well. Oh, what is that? Huh, what are you doing? So I just spotted something here. I don't know if y'all can see this, but if you know what this is, I've never seen anything like this. I was like, can y'all see this little white moth? I'm pretty sure it's a moth. I don't know what it's doing, but what is that? I've never seen that before. If you know what it is, let me know. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this poblano pepper. This pepper has been here. This was the first one. It's been here for about a week and a half now, and I'm hoping that by pulling it, it will trigger the plant to actually like put more energy into growing more peppers, but also to helping to grow the other peppers that are already like starting to form. So let's hope, I'm just hoping that, you know, that'll help speed up a little bit of the production. And I'm definitely gonna go look up this little, it's like a, it looks like a butterfly moth, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was the actual name of it, because that it looks just like a butterfly in a moth form. So I have been staying on top of spraying. What do we got going on here? That is an aphid. I have been staying on top of spraying. It is time for me to spray all of my plants again with BT and some neem oil. I've seen pest presence pick up naturally, but you know, just for them to be hanging out on the plants, this is kind of like a first, you know, like a moth just sitting there. But I've seen some Japanese beetles, you know, I'm seeing this. There's aphids on this plant now, which these plants, yes, they are older in a sense because they were started, you know, almost 3 months ago now, but they're just now starting to produce. So I don't think we should be seeing, you know, aphids. It's not anything out of control, but, you know, definitely a sign that I need to keep up with my spraying. So one of the last things I'm going to be pulling out are these rutabagas. If you guys can see, these leaves have been like virtually destroyed, and I just don't know if they're going to do anything more for the plant as far as development. So I want to get this bag pretty much cleared out and get it ready to prep for sweet potato plantings. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull some more of like the carrots that I have in that bag so that we can create the space to get our last batch of larger carrots. Not super big. We'll definitely try this again in the fall. I'm not sure if like the fall is the only time I really should be growing these, just because of how hot it gets here. But you know, I'm sure this is still enough to like have a meal with and to test them out. I've also heard that they're pretty good when they're like younger, as opposed to like the big bulbing tuber that you get in the store. So we'll see what happens with that. So these are the carrots that I get before I complete like all the thinning that I do, and then I'll harvest like the final carrots once they get big. So all the carrots that I grow are not massive because, again, I don't like to thin in the beginning stages, so I deal with some of these as well. So that's it, friends. I'm done with this harvest for today. I went ahead and grabbed some leeks while I was out here too. I forgot I said I wanted to grab those. We have some leeks, some rutabagas, some carrots, the poblano peppers, and the zucchini that we pulled out, and hopefully this gets us on our way to really enjoying like the summer harvest that we're preparing for. But I appreciate you guys coming along on this video. Let's keep learning, sowing, and growing together, friends. Until our next garden update. Bye.